Manager for the Birmingham Police Department. Today's press conference is going to talk about Birmingham's Police Department's new public safety initiative, and you will hear from Chief Scott Thurman and also Mayor Randall Woodfin on these initiatives.
So good morning. Thank you. As Ms. Turner said, I am Scott Thurman, and I serve as Chief of Police for the Birmingham Police Department. The Birmingham Police Department is launching a new phase of our public safety initiative to help build a safer Birmingham. It's called Birmingham Connect, and Birmingham Connect will allow the Birmingham Police Department to investigate criminal activity faster, which will ultimately help to reduce crime. This voluntary program will allow the Birmingham Police Department to create a safer environment for all who live, work, and visit our city. The program consists of two simple concepts: camera registry and camera integration. With camera registry, community members and business owners can choose to register their cameras to help investigators solve crime quickly near their location. Registering your cameras doesn't mean anyone can access your live video stream. Registering your cameras lets us know cameras are present at that location, and our investigators will contact you to access the footage. To maximize your security investment, Connect Birmingham will allow you to share real-time video with the Birmingham Police Department. You can choose to share streaming continuously or based upon your privacy settings. This option allows for a faster response, provides our officers with real-time view of what is occurring, and helps our officers understand the nature of the call before they arrive. As our network grows, we have a complete confidence in building a safer Birmingham for everyone with this new initiative. I encourage our community members and business owners to get involved in the new public safety program and make a commitment to Connect Birmingham. And to gain access, you'll go to police.birminghamal.gov/connect Birmingham. And again, that's police.birminghamal.gov/connect Birmingham. I'll now introduce Mayor Randall Woodfin, and then I'll take any questions regarding this matter afterwards. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Chief Thurman. Good morning, everybody. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. I received a call from a business owner yesterday, and he shared with me that there were some issues in proximity to his establishment, but he believed, based on what was in proximity to his establishment, that recent break-ins at his physical location of his business, as well as cars in proximity were parked by his business, that he had actual camera footage. And so I shared with him that the city of Birmingham would be announcing, I didn't tell him when, but now today, less than 24 hours, that we will be announcing a program for local businesses and business owners to have the opportunity and to have the opportunity as it relates to their existing camera systems to integrate with ours. Halloween night, we are well aware that a child, there was a hit and run. I just so happened to be in the area. I did not see the incident, but what I did see was moments later, there was a shopping center in proximity to where this child was hit. And I just noticed the police vehicle with their strobe lights on driving around in this parking lot of these multiple small businesses. And I imagined that that police officer was looking for existing cameras, were there cameras already in existence that could have captured this vehicle. And why I'm sharing that is important. It's one thing for an officer to ride around, but it's another thing for the officer to already know that these small businesses are integrated within our system. We've shared with you in the past that a real-time crime center exists. What we want to do now is make sure that from an integration standpoint, that our small business owners feel empowered and know that they are a part of addressing public safety in this community too. What does that look like? BPD can't necessarily prevent every crime, but the tool that the chief just shared with us does increase our opportunity to solve crime. And that's what this program is about, Connect Birmingham. That the more eyes we have in our streets, the more integration we have with cameras, the the more our small business owners are connected to what we're doing here with Birmingham Police Department, that bolsters and empowers our ability to not only be able to solve crime, but take criminals off the street. And that is for crimes against persons and crimes against property. And so I want to express my sincere appreciation for Chief Thurman, as well as the entire police department for being creative and innovative. When I think about other cities and how cameras are all over, we have existing cameras, but this amplifies our eyes around the city by partnering with our existing small business owners. And so I encourage everybody under the sound of my voice listening to this press conference, we want you to connect and be a part of Connect Birmingham. We want to integrate your existing cameras into our systems to make sure we can bolster our investigations into crimes and take criminals off the streets. With that, I'm turning it back over to Chief Thurman. Thank you.
Any questions?
So basically, how does this work? I have a Ring camera, does that work, or does it have to be a MacBook?
So what you need to do is go to the website that I gave earlier, and it'll guide you from there of your next steps from there of how the integration would work and who you need to contact and follow up from there. And they'll guide you from that point forward.
What would you say to address people's fears that this would put a closer eye on them?
I mean, honestly, we don't have the time to sit and watch everybody's cameras. You know, I mean, honestly, and don't have the desire to either. We do have the desire to make Birmingham a safer city, to reduce crime, to make more arrests in some of these cases, to get victims justice for however they've been wronged. And that's the ultimate goal here. It's not, and that's where people have the option. They can just register their cameras and just let them know that, hey, I have cameras at my home. If anything ever occurs on my street, you can contact me this way, and I'd be more than happy to share the footage. Or you could do the live stream option, and that way it'd be similar to the cameras that we have throughout the city. We could look and see, hey, we just got a call at this location, or we got a shot spotter call over here. What footage are we seeing in that area? We don't want to look at the cameras inside someone's home. We're talking about outside, facing the street, their driveway, things of that nature, maybe their backyard, businesses, the outer perimeter, things of that nature.
So it sounds like it would be pretty much a very low cost to y'all with a big benefit, is that right? I mean,
It'd be a very big benefit to us, yes. And that's
the cost can't be that much, right? Because you're just using existing, is it just adding software or what?
so we're not adding software to our system. We're just asking, when you look at most large metropolitan cities, the city's governments will purchase cameras, but the majority of the cameras on those systems are usually private cameras. I remember when I was in Chicago years ago, they had 10 or 20,000 cameras on their system. I think the city only owned a small portion of those. Most of those were businesses and homeowners. And the results were very impressive.
Are there, I guess, certain areas where you've seen, I guess, crime happen where these cameras will be beneficial and that you're looking to integrate these cameras into?
Just citywide, because you never know where crime's going to go. Criminals don't know boundaries. They don't know jurisdictions. They don't care. They just want to go wherever it's going to benefit them the most. So I would encourage anyone who has a system to be a part of Birmingham Connect. Whichever choice they make is up to them. But just the more we have on the system, the better we can serve. More eyes and ears out there. I mean, you look at you think about the homicide that occurred, I think, in Kingston earlier this year. We had some of the footage we released to the news. That's from the cameras that we own. Just think if that's citywide, we have those kind of results. We have, our crime statistics in the housing communities in Birmingham have dropped dramatically, double digits. And it's because that's one big role or one big part of that, just for an example.
You spoke about Chicago and the number of cameras they have. Do we have an amount that you can share with us right now? Is there a number you'd like to reach?
So we've got about 1,600 cameras on our system currently. So that's where we are, but we need more. We know we need more. People already have them at their homes, so why not just share? I mean, we're not asking them to go buy anything. We're just asking them to share their footage.
How beneficial is it when they offer to allow access for the real-time crime center? How big of a benefit is that?
Well, it's a huge benefit. I mean, as time is of the essence. The faster that we can solve these crimes. When real-time crime center sees things going on, they get the radio dispatch, or maybe it's a shot spotter call, or whatever the case may be, and they can start looking at what assets we have in that area. It just makes things so much faster. They can give the responding officers that information ahead of time so they're more effective as they respond, because they could pass the suspect vehicle, but if they don't know that vehicle just left the scene. But if we have that information, can share with our officers, they say, oh, that's probably the car they just described. Let me turn around and see if I can stop this vehicle. Or maybe see the person walking.
Do you see any challenges with this new initiative that you're presenting today?
I guess just people being comfortable and want to share their footage, or get their systems on, integrate their systems with this would be the only challenge. But that's really, we always say, we need the public to be involved, to say, if you see something, say something. This is just another way for the public to help. And the mayor has said it before and said it today too. Law enforcement can't solve all the problems of the world. And so it's going to take a partnership of us all working together. And this is how we can start that partnership, just another way to get that going, to make our city safer and just, a happy place for everyone.
Will this tie in with Crime Stoppers or reward money at any chance? How does that work?
That's kind of a separate thing. If we have images and things that we, put out that we're looking for an individual, or if someone has information, they can always share that with Crime Stoppers. But this is kind of a separate program altogether.
Have the legal logistics for this program all been worked out?
Yes, sir. This has been in the works for a very long time. The city's law department has looked at this for quite some time, reviewed this. This is something we've been working on for probably about a year to get to this point today. So it's a very exciting day for us. We're very enthusiastic about the results that we're going to get, and we just encourage our business owners and our homeowners to go to Connect Birmingham.
You said this is going to allow you to investigate crimes faster. Can you detail what the current time frame is when you're investigating, how police have to go to business? How much time do you think this is going to save investigators?
Well, they'll still have to do that looking, because there's always going to be some people that don't register, and that's fine. But like the mayor said, that's one thing. When our officers respond to calls, we require them to do certain follow-ups, to put in their reports and things, because they have to answer that the following day on our crime control call. And so we're going to say, well, did you do the follow-ups? Did you try and do all the things that you could to solve that crime on that evening or that day? And so this will just expedite and save them some time to move on to get farther in the investigation faster. And then hopefully, if we have that live stream video, whereas sometimes we see cameras, but nobody's home or the business is closed, so we have to wait a day to get the footage. Well, now we have it immediately. So we can go ahead and act and possibly identify the suspect or suspects. We can get much further along our investigation, get that person off the street so they can't victimize anyone else, and that's kind of the plus there.
Thank you guys for all your questions. We will have a press release following up after today's press conference that will have more information and the directive link of how to get to Connect Birmingham.
All right. Thank you all.